Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Reverend Josiah Rogers Show. Today I'm going to continue my Simple Wisdoms series, and I'm going to talk about humanity, being human. A lot of people tend to forget that we're all human, either because they think they're superior or they think they're inferior, or that they have to be strong enough or whatever have you to do whatever they need to do, and they forget that they're only human. First of all, we're all human, every single one of us. We all have needs, we all have desires, and we all have the ability to give parts of ourselves to other people. Obviously not physically. Well, you can physically, but I wouldn't suggest it unless they really need it, like a kidney transplant. You don't want to just chop off your finger and give it to somebody. Not really into the whole Van Gogh thing, chop off my ear and give it to a girlfriend. Yeah, not really. No. I don't think that really screams I love you. It more screams I'm psychotic, or I need help. So, we all have strengths and weaknesses, and all of our strengths and weaknesses are different. You're strong in some areas that other people's are weak in, and those strengths and weaknesses are meant to help each other. Our strengths are meant to help those weaknesses of other people, and vice versa. Their strengths are meant to help our weaknesses. That's what they're there for. That's so we can help each other. Because if everyone was alike, we'd all be a bunch of robot clones. And, it just wouldn't make diversity. It wouldn't make growth. It wouldn't make character. And, you need friends. You need to know your own limits. Because, you have limits. You're not immortal. You're not... Well, except for me, I'm Lord of the Undead. I'm so full of shit. But no, we all have our limits. You can't go through life and not have someone be there for you, not be there for someone else. If not, you're going to be a very, very lonely person if you try that. And, it's either because you won't accept other people's help, or you think you're too good enough, or you don't think people need your help, or that you're not smart enough to give it to them. Even the simplest thing is listening to somebody, as many people that are probably watching this can attest to, can help. You don't always have to give advice. And half the time, if you're like me, when you give advice, it can get you in trouble. I've gotten in trouble for that quite a few times. Opening my mouth and inserting my entire leg. The whole foot and mouth syndrome. Got it pretty good. We don't know everything. Shoot. I know some about technical stuff. I know some about, philosophies on life. But there's other people that know different philosophies on life, and other people that know, auto mechanics, or more technical stuff than I do, or, it's crap I don't know. So, if I come in a position where I need that, I'm obviously going to need someone who's, done that stuff. That's why there's different jobs in the world. That's why there's different people and different makeups of personalities and such. And not everybody can get along with everybody. You can, but you're not, what is the word, innate to get along with everybody. People with conflicting personalities can get along, although it will be harder than people with similar personalities or compatible personalities. all make mistakes. Every single one of us. The thing is, what makes it a mistake, to be quite honest, what really makes it a mistake is if you continue down that path and don't look at it. If you break the cycle and just keep going, you've corrected the mistake. You're no longer making mistakes. You're not made a mistake. It was a learning process. Something that you had to discover for yourself. Me, like several other people, have to learn things the hard way half the time. Because I just, for some reason, don't seem to get when people tell me, oh, you should do this. I've been getting better at it. I haven't been learning the hard way as much anymore. But when I was younger, I definitely had that problem. Stay away from my food, Stitch. It's my turkey. Not mine. What are you doing? Huh? What you up to? It's my cat, Stitch. Meow. Meow. He's gonna hide behind the TV now. The monitor. And to get a friend, you have to be a friend. I mean, it's simple as that. I mean, I'm sure I said that in another episode. I'm pretty sure I did, but to be a friend, or to get a friend, you have to be a friend. And to further understand what friendship is and how to be a friend, you have to get friends. So it's a full circle deal there. And we're not going to be able to do everything. Any of these things, these ideas, these concepts I give you, you're not going to be able to do 24/7. Because honestly, we're all, like I said, we're all human. We're all going to go through our little bouts and changes and the whole 9 yards. But this isn't a very long one. But basically, just remember that you're human. Everybody's human. Y'all make mistakes. Y'all you'll have the ability to get back up and do it again. Like either perform the mistake again, which you really don't want to do, or to move past it. To have that endurance. There's nothing you can't handle if you set your mind to it. It's been proven in history and time again. People have gone from peasants to being, leaders. Maybe not a particular king in general, but they have been leaders. And, you just gotta keep that in mind. And a lot of the things you're feeling, if you're feeling inferior or superior for that matter, it'll either knock your ego down and think, hey, I'm just like everyone else, or it will raise you up and say, you know what, same thing, I'm just like everyone else. I'm no worse than they are. And you're not a bad person. You're not, some evil, wicked person. I mean, the only way you're going to be evil and wicked is if you choose to do wicked things all the time. Or if you choose to do wicked things in general, That's what makes you wicked. But our innate alignment as humans is neutral. You can choose good, you can choose wicked. It's whatever you want. And that has nothing to do with, which I'll get into later, dark and light and whatnot. And there's several people out there that like the more light subjects, the more light, physically light areas, lighter clothing, lighter personalities. And then there's people that are darker. It doesn't mean you're evil. It doesn't mean just emo. Emo is this, I like the music, emo music and whatnot, because, we all have emotions. We all have that. We all got the same feelings. We all go through the same stuff. And the whole, bashing emo music just kind of ticks me off. Because it's honestly, we've all got those. Now, if you're going to go to the point of cutting yourself to relieve pain, I've been there, but it's stupid. Don't continue doing it. It doesn't, that momentary relief of having an external pain as opposed to an internal pain really isn't that satisfying. In fact, it becomes kind of an addiction to where you have to have it. It's like crack or something, you know. You have to keep cutting yourself, but you don't. You know, cutting yourself or being masochistic doesn't help you in any way. It destroys your body physically, and it tears you down mentally, because it puts you more in that depressive hold. When you learn to say, you know what, whatever's happening, whatever pain, I can push through this. And you have friends and family there to help you. If you don't have friends and family, you can make friends. You have the ability to do that. You are a human. You just gotta go look. You can't sit there and hide out and expect friends to come to you. You have to look just as hard as they have to look. But I think that's everything. Yeah, we're all human. We all make mistakes. We can all do and accomplish the same things. And we all should try and be there for one another. Because the world's going to shit as it is. We don't need any more help feeling shittier. Alright. Well, this is the end of my episode. Goodbye.